You sit down to work, full of ambition, yet hours later you've accomplished almost nothing. Sound familiar? You have a list of world-changing ideas, but they're trapped in your head.
It's not your fault. Your brain is wired to resist difficult tasks, a survival mechanism left over from a time when conserving energy was a matter of life and death.
But here's the catch. Some people seem to enter a state of deep work or flow on command, achieving in 1 hour what takes others a full day. They aren't superhuman. They just know a secret. So what is it?
Your teacher never told you this, but the reason you procrastinate isn't a lack of willpower. It's the method. You've been taught to rely on motivation and discipline. But let's be honest, motivation is a feeling, and feelings are fickle. They come and go.
Relying on motivation is like trying to sail a ship with no wind. It feels productive to write a huge to-do list or watch a motivational video, but your brain treats these things like a weak signal, tuning them out just like a boring notification you swipe away. Think about it. How many times have you said, "I'll do it when I feel inspired"? That's a trap. The professional doesn't wait for inspiration. They create a system that works even on the days they feel nothing. The feeling of being stuck isn't a personal failure, it's a system failure. And that's not your fault. It's neuroscience. There's a concept called activation energy, and it's the silent killer of all your great ideas. It's that initial mountain of effort your brain perceives before starting anything new or difficult. Your brain sees this mountain and screams, "Danger! Abort mission!"
But what if you could hack your brain and bypass this system entirely? What if you could make that mountain look like a tiny speed bump? The most productive people have been doing this for years, not by working harder, but by working smarter. You don't need to read dozens of productivity books. I've done the work for you. Here are 3 science-backed hacks to trigger a state of flow so fast it feels like cheating. Let's break them down.
Method 1. The 2-minute rule, the ignition key. Most people focus on the finish line. They think about writing a 300-page book, and the sheer scale of it paralyzes them. But the real battle is just starting. Think of it like launching a rocket. 90% of the fuel is spent in the first few minutes just to break through the atmosphere. The 2-minute rule is your ignition sequence.
The rule is simple. Whatever the task, shrink it down to something that takes less than 2 minutes to start. Read a book becomes read 1 page. Go for a run becomes put on my running shoes and walk out the door. Write a report becomes open the document and write 1 sentence.
The goal isn't to finish the task. It's to make starting so ridiculously easy that it's impossible to say no. This works because of a psychological principle called the Zeigarnik Effect, which states that our brains are better at remembering unfinished tasks. Once you start, your brain will keep nudging you to continue. You're not just starting, you're opening a loop in your brain's code that it desperately wants to close. You're hijacking your own psychology.
Method 2. Rituals, the cheat code for focus. Now that you've started, how do you stay focused? Your brain loves patterns. A ritual is a sequence of actions that tells your brain, okay, pay attention. It's time to enter cheat mode. It's not about superstition, it's about creating a powerful psychological trigger.
As author Charles Duhigg explains in The Power of Habit, every habit has 3 parts: a cue, a routine, and a reward. Your pre-work ritual is the cue. It signals the start of the routine, your deep work, which will eventually lead to the reward, a sense of accomplishment.
What does this look like in practice? It has to be simple and repeatable. Example 1, the writer's ritual. Before writing, Stephen King has a glass of water, takes his vitamins, and sits down at the same desk at the same time every day. The ritual tells his brain it's time to write. Example 2, the coder's ritual. A programmer might put on specific noise-canceling headphones, open their coding software, and close all other tabs. This sequence signals a shift from browsing to building. Your ritual can be anything: making a specific cup of tea, stretching for 60 seconds, or playing a particular song.
By performing the same simple actions every time, you automate the process of getting into a state of focus. You're no longer using willpower, you're running a pre-programmed code.
Method 3. Environment design, the ultimate power-up. This might be the most powerful cheat code of all. We think we are in control, but our environment has a massive influence on our behavior. Think of your environment like the level design in a video game. A good level guides you toward the goal, while a bad one is full of distractions and enemies.
Stop trying to be a hero in a badly designed level. Redesign the level. Increase friction for bad habits. Instead of relying on self-control to avoid your phone, put it in another room. Make it harder to get distracted than to stay focused.
Decrease friction for good habits. Make your desired actions the easiest possible path. If you want to read more, leave a book on your pillow. If you want to drink more water, place a large full water bottle on your desk every morning. You are not trying to resist distraction. You are removing the possibility of it. This isn't about discipline, it's about making focus the default, inevitable option. The turn and the choice. The choice is yours. Think about the last time you were truly absorbed in something, maybe a hobby or a video game. Hours felt like minutes. You didn't force it, you were pulled in. That's the state of flow. It shouldn't be a daily struggle. It should be a system you activate. So here's the choice. Go back to fighting your brain, relying on a motivation that never shows up, and losing to procrastination, or start installing these cheat codes today. The top 1% of performers won't just see this and move on. They'll recognize a system they can implement. They will take action. The question is, will you? Now it's your turn. I want you to try just one of these hacks this week. In the comments below, tell me which cheat code you're going to install first: the 2-minute rule, a focus ritual, or environment design. And if you're ready to stop playing on hard mode, subscribe for more tips on how to win the game of productivity. Change your life one tiny cheat at a time.